Hello, and welcome back to the Geek Podcast. I am Brennan.
I am Zach.
And I, Jason.
I am Jason.
Oh, I am Spartacus.
I'm Jason.
I am Jason. How
Oh,
are you guys
anyway.
doing?
I totally didn't just see you 5 minutes ago, so pretty good.
That's good.
Where was I? Oh, that's right.
Living life at an estate sale for a dead 90-year-old woman.
Living La Vida lifetime. Would you like to know the most interesting part of this estate sale?
The food?
No, there was no food. Well, there was food there.
I was gonna. Oh, there actually was.
Like a little concessions.
Mm.
She had not one, but 4 collections of glassware.
What do you mean?
Like, she had what they call depression pink glassware, and it's like plates, cups, glasses, egg dish, a cloche, like it's glassware, and it's stuff that you put in like a china hutch.
Okay, and she had 4 sets of it.
She had depression pink, clear, green, and blue.
How much those goes for?
Oh, I mean, the Amish bought it, so it was like, I think they...
2 pennies.
No, it was like...
3 bales of hay.
I think the whole thing went for like 100 and so. Maybe a little more.
Zachary.
But, no,
3 bales of hay.
No, it was very interesting, just like how much stuff she had. And the best thing is she had a collection of like glass poodles.
I forgot there's Amish out there by you.
Yeah. She had a collection of glass poodles, and she most definitely they went till they like split up. Not one person just got the entire
Oh no,
collection.
not the poodles.
But
oh.
it was interesting. My brother got a pots and pans set, so that was kind of nice.
Weird.
How are you guys doing? You've had a wild and crazy
Just
weekend?
getting jobs I wasn't told I didn't get, and now I get.
I was gonna
Not
say,
gonna be specific, but
that
was kind of interesting.
You were told you didn't get the job, and then you got the job.
And then there was like, we hired a fool. Please take the job.
Please help. I'm like, okay.
I still want to know why they wanted to know if you were here.
So do I, but I guess the world may never know.
You're just vibing.
Nope.
You're just here, Zach. I'm proud of you.
Thanks. I see you beat Skyward Sword before I did.
Most definitely.
Is that a surprise, though?
I most definitely blew through that video game.
Well,
Jason,
and this is no offense to you, sir, but like, because I'm the same way. Jason finishes games.
Okay, excuse you. Just because I have like 10 unfinished games does not mean I don't finish games. I'll finish Persona 5 Strikers at some point. But in other news, they dropped a trailer for the new animated Witcher movie.
It looks pretty interesting.
I'm kind of interested. It's about Vesemir in his younger days.
Yes.
There's a new trailer for The Last Duel, which has Matt Damon and Adam Driver in it. I looks like it could be kind of interesting.
I was really excited about that until I heard Adam Driver's voice in it. I was like, what?
I mean, Adam Driver, he's a good actor, but like that, his accent did not. His accent works, like his voice works when he plays like a redneck in like the Black Klansman, but not when he's in like 17th century or whatever. Not 17th.
14th.
Yeah, 14th century.
What is the movie called?
The Last Duel.
The Last Duel. It's are they both knights, or is Matt Damon a squire? I don't remember.
Matt Damon's a squire to Adam Driver's knight.
That's right. That's what it was. And Adam Driver has his way with Matt Damon's wife, and no one believes her about it. So then he challenges the Mayans to a duel to the death, essentially. But it's so funny. Like, I shouldn't say it's so funny. Like she's like spilling about this accusation in the trailer for a moment, and then you just hear, "I didn't do it." And I'm like, what?
I didn't do it.
And I'm like, all these accents, and then this man just, I did not hit her. I did not. He's
It did not hit her. I didn't.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark. But it's weird hearing his voice. His voice. Yeah. I'm like, this doesn't work. No, he's not British. It's just his voice. All the rest of them are British, and I'm like, that's weird.
Oh.
Yeah. For any of our viewers that's into anime, which I don't know, they released a new 10-second teaser trailer for the Jujutsu Kaisen movie that's coming out December. It looks real cool. I love 10 seconds. It really tells me what's going to go on.
I mean, that's why it's called a teaser.
It's a teaser, Zachary. It
just teases, it just kicks you a little bit.
Yeah. It just wipes your chin a little bit. But that's about it.
But in the episode, we're talking about how...
The episode, yeah?
You just had a stroke. On camera.
I really did.
On camera. On microphone, I guess.
On microphone.
Yeah. How TV shows from when we grew up have gone from like kind of dark and gritty and talking about more serious like issues to more topics, subject matter, to more bright and happy. And
I actually think we should even back it up further, because even from like our parents' childhood, it's lighter than what it's done a full 180 twice.
It went like from light to dark.
Oh, so my parents growing up, they watched the Brady Bunch, and the Brady Bunch was about a family. And
or like Gilligan's Island. Yeah.
Well, fun and like funny, haha, hee hee.
Haha, hee hee.
But like myself and you guys, you had like all of the Marvel TV shows, all of the DC TV shows.
Marvel was on that cusp. They really started getting shows later. I think DC had the like the gritty Justice League and whatnot, at least in my childhood, that I watched.
Well, and I'm saying more
Teen Titans.
Well, I'm saying more like even like live action, where you have like things like Arrow or where that's not quite children's TV, but like it's gritty.
Oh yeah, like it's definitely become less gritty as the shows have progressed. Like whatever season they're on right now, like 8 or something like that. They're definitely nowhere near, in my opinion, as kind of dark as they were at the very beginning.
Oh yeah.
Because they're all trying to like progress and try and join all this like happy-go-lucky, everything needs to be happy, we need to touch on these political matters in every single show. I don't want us to get canceled, so I won't go into specifics, but
getting canceled implies viewership.
Dang.
I didn't need to get ourselves that hard. I apologize myself.
We'll get there one of these days.
Yeah.
But like I think actually a really good example that I've seen on TikTok a lot is Ben 10.
Oh my god.
Which I used to love the original TV show.
Oh yeah, like 100%. I loved the original TV show, and like the transitions when he goes into aliens look so cool, and those aliens
it's so dumb now.
Look so cool. And like I might when I edit this, put up like pictures of like the old Ben 10, and then you have like Ben 10 Ultimate Alien. I think that's one where he's a teenager, right?
I like that show.
That one's still okay. The transitions weren't as bad, and the aliens still look kind of cool. And then you have the new one, and it doesn't look right. It feels off, and it just doesn't feel like Ben 10 anymore. And then obviously one of the most infamous ones is Teen Titans to Teen Titans Go. That kind of dark and gray, happy.
I want to talk about that real quick. So like I absolutely loved growing up with Teen Titans. I mean, it was one of those shows that just not scared me. I'm trying to think of the right, but like I was always like on edge, like and like like worried about the characters and like being like, oh, maybe what if one of them is to die, like things like that. Especially like with shoot, Slade
Yeah.
That they fought all the time. Like I was terrified of Slade growing up. He scared the crap out of me. And then my brother's like, "Oh, I'm watching Teen Titans." I'm like, "Oh." He turns it on and I'm like, "What is this?"
That ain't no Teen Titans.
Like unlike the character relationships in Teen Titans that we watch, like, were like meaningful and whatnot, and like I feel like every other episode they're like, "Will you be my girlfriend?" And I'm like, "What?"
Yeah, 100%. Like, and plus, just the animation style, in my opinion, is getting worse.
Progressing.
Yeah, it's progressively getting worse. Like, the animation for Teen Titans was really, really well done, especially for the time.
Mm-hmm.
And now it feels like they're not like trying as hard.
Well, it's more catering towards a changed demographic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
The demographic, like with the increased like ubiquity of technology and the increased like ability to like communicate with other people just like rapidly, like you have to make sure you don't offend or you don't upset or hurt feelings, and so you have to be careful.
And then you have shows like South Park that give zero craps. Their goal is to upset people.
I hate that show so much.
I don't mind
so
it.
It definitely has its moments. Like at the very beginning few seasons, just like the ongoing meme of "You Kill Kenny" was pretty funny. Oh my God, you killed Kenny. Poor Kenny.
Rip Kenny. Like, I remember one of my first like experiences with South Park was honestly playing The Stick of Truth. And I was like, "Oh, this is the greatest thing ever." And then I started watching it and I was like, "This is terrible. I hate this."
Uncomfortable.
Oh, yeah.
It's not even uncomfortable. I don't find it funny. It's like I don't find Family Guy funny most of the time.
Yeah, Family Guy it has its moments too. Like, it's okay. I mean, of the adult shows,
American Dad's my favorite.
See, and I used to love American Dad.
I would have to say King of the Hill. King of the Hill is my favorite.
Propane accessories.
Off topic, but Dusty Hill of ZZ Top just died.
What?
Dusty Hill of ZZ Top just died, yeah. Well,
really?
And the reason I bring that up is because he plays the character Dusty Hill.
Yeah, I actually saw a TikTok of that. TikTok.
As, like, he plays, like, Hank's cousin, Dusty.
Yeah.
I actually knew that.
And I love Boomhauer. I can't
Boomhauer's
anything he says 90% of the time. And then Bill's just a mood.
I never really watched that show, so
Bill Dauterive is depression.
Yeah, that's why he's a mood.
That is so very, very sad.
How's Apex? I hear the controller.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm a little offended. No, I'm kidding. I really don't care. Not until this new season comes out where we don't even have patch notes yet.
Yeah, I know. Can we please find out what this game's going to be like?
Like, it comes out in, 3 days. Still no patch notes. I just want to know what's getting fixed.
I just love that this episode's kind of derailing.
Oh, 100%. But, well, and then, go rearing back to the episode. I don't really think there are any shows today that even come close to Courage the Cow. In terms of subject matter and kind of Courage the Cowardly Dog, absolutely terrified me as a kid.
See, it didn't scare me. I liked it. Return the slab.
I really enjoyed Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Yeah.
I coughed. My throat.
You are fine.
My throat's been no.
How's the hot bun, brother?
Hot bun is just A+.
Nice.
Hot cross buns?
Yes. But what are some other TV shows that SpongeBob?
Oh,
SpongeBob.
Ben. I haven't
How they massacred my boy.
Yeah. Well, and then the Scooby-Doo animated movies, you go from the really cool, like the aliens and stuff, to Do, whatever Do was. I think that was what it was called, right? Do, just Do.
I don't know.
Or Scoob. Scoob. It was called Scoob.
The new movie.
The new movie. Yeah, I didn't watch it.
I didn't either.
Really dumb. Like, I mean, obviously, you know, if you like it, good for you. But it's just, after growing up with those characters, it feels like they're not even those characters anymore. They're like completely different. And then, like, I found out yesterday. Do you guys remember Arthur?
Yeah. Is it getting rebooted?
No, I didn't know it was still running.
Oh, it's on PBS.
For like I think its last season is this year, and it would have been running for 25 years. And I thought that thing ended like 10 years ago.
Well, you grew out of it.
Yeah.
I 100.
And you don't have like young siblings, like, or children.
Well, does Brody watch?
I don't know if he ever did, but I know like he watched PBS. Like Kelly. Kelly watches PBS.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, I see stuff on it.
Do you know that I'm fairly certain that HBO Max has Sesame Street on it?
Yes, it does. Sure. Yeah, they have the rights to it.
And it's not like one season. It's all of it. The seasons.
From
ever, always. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's crazy.
Well, actually, speaking of Sesame Street, they made like a new character like 3 or something years ago, and it's like people are like, "Oh my god, it's the first homeless character."
Oscar the Grouch.
Yeah, and then nobody talked about Oscar the Grouch, who lives in a trash
totally ignore my boy. Lives in a trash can. He the vibe of all vibes.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. And then Barney went off the rails. That show got canceled quick.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about that. But then you got shows like The Simpsons that didn't really change a whole.
Other than them getting rid of Apu.
Ugh.
Well, they changed.
Like if you're gonna get rid of Apu, get rid of every character.
They changed the voice character of Dr. Higgins, and now it's voiced by a person of color, and they've changed the voice character of Carl.
I just it totally negates the prowess of the voice acting community, in my opinion. But it does not matter what I think.
So does that mean like every male character should be voiced by a male? Because there are a lot of like kids in like Bart who's voiced by a female.
Yeah. No.
No.
You know what I want to say. Not that kind of podcast.
We don't.
But Zach, you know how you asked the question how Apex was going?
Yeah.
Yeah, we played like a game, and I went, "Yeah, I'm done with this. This isn't working."
Very fair. I can't wait for that
trash bones.
New LMG to just break.
Oh my gosh! You pop a thermite in there and kill people in 5 shots. Be like, what?
And I think Sears. This episode's transition from kids shows
to kind of just complaining about everything.
I know.
And not just kids shows too. I think just all of it, like what we grew up watching in general too. Like you look at TV shows like even like iCarly, Wizards of Waverly Place, Hannah Montana, and stuff like that, and compare them to like, God, I don't even know, like
Family Matters.
No, I'm talking like
Improvement, or like now.
I'm talking now, like the Thundermans or some crap or whatever, or like just slowly getting worse and worse, and I don't understand. Like the live action TV shows, even, you know.
Oh yeah, like they definitely are getting.
Shoot, I watched Twilight Zone as a kid.
I did. I heard Jordan Peele's Twilight Zone is actually pretty good. I haven't seen it though, but he's really hit or miss on his directing.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't a huge fan of Get Out. Us was really good. I enjoyed Us.
I didn't ever see.
I liked Us, and Get Out was okay. I didn't watch all of it. I think I don't know if I fell asleep during it, or if I went and did something and my family kept watching it without me. I don't know. I was offended either way.
I said, no.
Fair enough. Gosh, is there anything else we wanna talk about with this episode?
Oh my gosh, we need to, because it's been what? Oh, it's already been 20 minutes. Jeez. I really liked like growing up. One of my favorite shows of all time, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, specifically the 2004 version.
Was that? There was one that I
Teenage
really
Mutant
liked.
Ninja Turtles.
Yeah,
1, 2, 3, 4 turtles.
Rocksteady and Bebop, who were
they were so
legends.
pivotal, and I love them. I love their characters so very much.
And I think now which is fine, but they're introducing a new turtle.
Jim.
Which is a little weird, but okay.
Isn't it a female?
Maybe, I think. I'm not sure.
It's yellow. It's yellow, I think. I can't remember. It's either
Is it going to be... I don't remember if they came out with the name of it yet. But, like, I feel like that would almost, like, ruin kind of, like, the synergy if it's not named after a Renaissance painter or artist.
Not even ruin the synergy, just ruin the whole concept.
Yeah.
Like, everything that they stand for.
And then, like, I think a show I actually enjoyed growing up, I don't know if I actually watched the ending of it, but was The Misadventures of Flapjack.
That show was so weird, dude, and I still watch it sometimes.
What about Chowder?
I hate that. I hate that show.
I feel like a lot of the people, well, like, and then actually, like, because some of us, we try and beat out that, our parents locking the TV.
Yeah.
Or we'd watch it on something. We'd try and find a way to beat that lock so we could watch, like, Adult Swim.
I mean,
once Cartoon Network went to sleep and Adult Swim came on.
Yeah.
Well, I think it
like Aqua Teen Hunger Force was...
I never really watched Adult Swim. I didn't have an interest to.
Robot Chicken is actually kind of funny.
Robot Chicken was weird. I watched one and I don't want to talk about what it was, and it made me uncomfortable. And I said, nope, I'm good. I don't need to watch this ever again. And then, of course, I watch all the Star Wars ones, like the Take Your Daughter to Work Day, Stormtrooper.
Oh, yeah.
What a vibe. Gary? Greg? Something like that. Some basic white man name.
Some name that most kids are actually not named at this point. It's just, like, dads or grandparents that are named that, but not any kids named
Eustace.
Greg, Gary.
Eustace, yes. But, what else? I think, like, okay, that era of, like, cartoons on Cartoon Network, like Flapjack and Chowder and all that, that was, I think, the start of a decline. Because we went from, like, dark and gritty with cartoons and kid shows to, like, overly ridiculously silly and, like, toilet humor.
Kind of like Uncle Grandpa.
Yeah, like that crap. And, like, the early seasons of Gumball and stuff like that. Yeah. And then it overcorrected itself into the happy lands as it is now.
Yeah. And I mean, I've heard...
Like, it doesn't feel... I don't know what it is. I don't know if... I wonder, there's got to be some kind of science or study behind it, because, you went from, like, going back again to talking about, like, Teen Titans, where it felt like the characters had real things to lose, and, like, there was a risk when they were doing missions with stuff, or, like, with the Turtles, like, it was like, you saw the, like, dark criminal underworld of New York City, and even though, it's fictional, it was still, like, oh dang, like, some of this stuff actually happens. Obviously not the mutants, but
You sure?
like with crime syndicates and everything. And now it's like Teen Titans Go, they're like, we gotta stop him from using the fart gun to ruin his birthday party. And it's like, okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, actually, like, not even series, but like movies. You go from like the original trilogy and the prequels and Star Wars.
Oh my god, I know what you're about to say.
Limb after limb after limb. I mean, the amount of limbs that were lost in those first 6 movies is a lot, and the amount of people that were killed was a lot. And then in the sequels, Finn gets a lightsaber to the back and shrugs it off like 10 days later.
Yeah, that's just we were talking about that today, you and me.
That 2003 Clone Wars, Grievous like absolutely like one shot people with lightsabers, and they had armor on, and
or he even did like he with his like metal foot like crushed people's skulls, and it was like, oh dang, like I did, it wasn't like some gory mess, but it was still like, oh shoot, you knew what happened, and then you look at now and it's like, what?
Yeah, it seems like they're shying away from the violence, or like
yeah,
even, like the really like them trying to shy away from the Slave One, even though that is the name of the ship, and it's been that name since it
and
came
yes,
out
it's not like
80s.
And here's the thing, it's not like Star Wars is glorifying slavery. If
No,
there's
it's
slavery in it, it's the evil that's overcome by the end of either the movie or the episode or something, or the episode's arc. Like that's what they're overcoming. It's not like it's
like they never condone it. It's
no, they never condone it.
Jedi or whoever is trying to overcome, like save these people from slavery, or try
and the whole reason the ship is like an acronym for something I don't really remember off the top of my head, and then it's also like a symbolism thing of Boba being his own person when he's a clone.
Yeah,
that's the whole reason. Like it's irony in the name. Like I don't know, but like you and I were talking about this today. Like the Disneyfying of Star Wars is so frustrating to me. Like I absolutely love the Bad Batch. I've been really excited for every episode that's come out. I really haven't been disappointed in any of them. I'm annoyed with Mika and I don't like her, but
I was disappointed in the one before this week's episode.
the crime one. I didn't mind it. It was all right. I wasn't disappointed per se, but I get what you're saying. But it's interesting to see like the Clone Wars we grew up with. And this is not to like belittle the Bad Batch. I still love it, and it's an amazing show. This is just a nitpicking like personal opinion thing. But like you look at Clone Wars we grew up with and how gruesome it honestly was. Like it was a kid's show, so it wasn't like overly graphic as far as like blood and showing like limbs and stuff coming off. Like you see the severed where it was, but it's not like a bloody gory mess. But it was still like, oh shoot, this is like intense.
Yeah.
And then you look at Bad Batch and they're just stunning everyone. They're just knocking everyone out.
Who gives zero craps.
Yeah, Wrecker just goes and starts shooting them all. And and Jason, if you want to chime in on this, what I think it was, I was talking to Zach about it. I think it's like Disney trying to like personify that like those clones are the heroes and like they don't kill people, they're above that. But then Wrecker I think is supposed to be like a flawed anti-hero because he's just crazy and doesn't care and destroys things. I think that's just kind of what their angle is with that.
I mean,
I was like, Jason died.
No, I'm just listening. I don't want to disrupt your diatribe, if you will. But I wouldn't. I haven't watched some of the newer episodes,
right?
And so I don't know how accurate it is. But I feel like they wouldn't have ever made Rekka the anti-hero. I think he's more of from the episodes that I've seen. I'm like, he's the comic relief. He's the
but he's the only one that like kills the other troopers out of all of them. They all set their blasters to stun, and I'm like, they're literally trying to kill you, and you're over here like, huh. Also, that commando tanking those shots. What a homie.
I really hope that was Filoni's way of being like, hey, Republic Commando exists.
Well, they already do. There's a whole they're in the Clone Wars.
Well, yeah, they have that little scene there.
Yeah, but they're all there, and it's all of them. Like it's canon.
But I thought that was because he looked exactly like Scorch.
Yeah. Scorch. Dude, I hope it's not Scorch though, because he got his butt whooped and he sucks. But
I mean, it's been happening all over media, just going from dark and gritty to try and be as PC as possible, and trying to tiptoe around all of those landmines that stuff has become.
Yeah, that's why I like Tarantino. Dude, he just doesn't care. He's like, I'm gonna tell my story. I don't give a crap about your rules.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, he literally doesn't like. Oh, I'm having a stroke. What I'm trying to say is, like, he doesn't tiptoe around, like, bad words either. Like, in Django Unchained, the amount of times he says, like, the N-word is a lot, and that's accurate.
Because, unfortunately, but yeah.
He doesn't try and hide away from...
That'd be, as an actor, that'd be difficult.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be difficult.
Especially in, like, 12 Years a Slave. That definitely would have been really tough. Or any, like, of those movies during the slavery era.
Yeah. They're important stories that need to be told, though, because...
Yeah, we need to, like, embrace our history and learn from it. Not just kind of shut it away. And
careful there. You don't want to make sense.
Oh, dang, you're right.
Like, God. Well, we just lost the 3 listeners we have. Oh, my gosh.
That, you know...
And no, we're not flaming crazies that think COVID's fake. Do with that info what you will. Take my meaning from that as you will.
But I hope that at some point in the future, maybe we can go back to, you know, doing stuff without worrying about offending some random Karen out there.
God.
Because those were like the golden age of shows and stuff. And now it feels like stuff is trying too hard. You're never going to please everybody. I think that's what things need to understand is you're never going to. No matter what you do, somebody's going to be upset with something you did.
Yeah. That's why world peace will never happen, unfortunately.
I love how we've gone from shows to world peace.
I was going to say, on that note...
that's connect. I mean, we're talking about the softening of media, in a way.
But on that note, do we want to wrap it up?
On that note, Vsauce, Michael here.
Mm-hmm. Make sure you guys go to repsports.com and use code VG Podcast at checkout.
Heck yeah, none of you have yet.
And you get 15% off, and you get some quality energy drinks and other stuff as well.
Yes, it's tasty. Yes. Go get yourself a nice t-shirt.
Yes. Also,
their t-shirts are pretty comfortable.
Also, have you heard of Audacia?
Audacia. I was like, someone will answer him.
Brennan.
I haven't. What is it?
I mean, Brennan, would you like to share with the class?
For show, homie. So Audacia, why is this my job? Anyway, Audacia is a nice little travel bag company by our friend Jamie McGowan. They have very, very nice canvas travel bags and like duffel bags and all that fun stuff that can suit all your travel needs. No, I'm not reading this. This is just out of my brain. I think I'm getting everything right. But they're reasonably priced and there's always deals going on. So give that a look. Also, I want to throw out there, whether it launches by the time this launches, we'll see. It'll either be in the description or not. All of us are involved in the making of a short film right now.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Are you planning on uploading that to YouTube? To YouTube?
Yes, probably. Dude, I gotta shoot the thing first.
Fair enough.
But we will be asking. Well, we will once again be asking for your financial support. As movies are expensive to make. I'm finding that out the hard way. I'm just going to throw that out there. So keep an eye out for the crowdfunding links. We got a couple producers already, so I'm pretty hyped about that. I don't know if I told other YouTube about that, but yeah, we have a producer. But both of these awesome gentlemen are going to be in the film as well as helping me make it. So yeah. Look forward to that. As well as look forward to a name.
Yeah.
When I release it.
Make sure you guys like and subscribe.
Oh yeah, that's important too.
Yeah, we'd really appreciate that.
Jason's like, get me out of here.
No, Jason's just like, we love you.
Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye now. We love you.